Hi there. Well, today I am going to take my own advice. Sometimes I'm really good at giving out helpful advice to others, and sometimes it's very hard for me to even follow that same advice. So you got to start somewhere, and guess where you are? You're somewhere, and that's where I am right now. I'm somewhere. And I sat here for, I don't even know, maybe 30 minutes, maybe even longer. Just sitting here in front of the camera trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it. And after 30 minutes, I wasn't any farther along than when I sat down. And I think that's the season that I've been in for a while. I'm a kind of a perfectionist. I like to, if I do something, I want it to be as perfect as I could possibly get it. And doing things right and my expectations of what I want things to be like and look like and things like that have really stunted my growth and following my dreams. A lot of fear and anxieties and just totally keeping me from even starting. Sometimes just starting is most of the battle. If you can just take a leap. And so that's what I'm doing. I have another channel for, I'm a musician, songwriter, not really professed to be much of a singer. I sing because I have things that I want to say, and I'd rather say them myself than have somebody else say them for me. But I've been writing songs for 20 years. When I was younger, the songs that I wrote a song for my high school graduation, and it's kind of cute when I look back on that now and see how much I've grown just musically and as a person. And I wrote a few songs when I was young, and but I seemed to really struggle through the songwriting process. It didn't come very easily. It was stressful. So I wrote a few songs that, they were okay. I would write a song and it would just be like, I didn't really feel like I was getting down to what I felt was really inside me that I could do. And so I was really just dissatisfied with what I was doing. I got married when I was like 23 years old, and had a baby shortly thereafter, and just my music, started taking more and more of a back burner. I used to play at church, and it was just getting harder and harder to do those things. And so I went through a season of with the songwriting for many years, just feeling I don't know, like I was never going to do what was in my heart, and it was very I don't know, it's like, I don't even know what to liken it to. It's like telling a dancer, you could be like a really great dancer, but you're never going to dance again because of all the circumstances in your life, or that's not really a good analogy, is it? It's like telling a hammer, just sit in the toolbox and watch a wrench pound a nail into this board. watching other people being able to do what I knew that was inside, what I knew I could do it, but at the same time I couldn't. And then I had another child and another child, and my dreams of what I felt inside of me to do were slowly fading away. Like, this is never going to happen for me. I might as well just put it out of my mind. And for years it was hard it was just, God, it was hard for me to even sit down at the keyboard. Sometimes I would just sit down and not even play anything and just sit there. And then I would get up. It was just very, very difficult during those times. When I was young, God had just put so much inside of me, dreams and visions and things that I felt like I was going to be doing. And even so, around the same time, that's when he started talking to me about Joseph. And Joseph had many, many things inside of him as well that God had given him. And, I mean, his future was as bright as the sun. Even though he wasn't accepted, him or his gifts by his brothers, who were so jealous of him, they sold him into slavery. And just reading the story of Joseph, because I was so offended at God. Like, I was doing everything that I felt I was supposed to be doing, like, really, with like an earnest heart. Like, God, I'm serving you to the best of my ability. I just want to do what you want me to do. And it just seemed like everything was falling apart for me. And I was becoming really offended. Like, are you happy? What do you want from me? I'm doing everything that I can think to do that's right. Can you throw me a bone? Can you have mercy on me? Just help me out, And as I read the story of Joseph and all the things that happened to him, and he worked for Potiphar and his wife, and the wife had him in prison because we won't go into all that, but she had him in prison because he wouldn't sleep with her, and she threw a fit and was embarrassed, and so that he was like helping this family out tremendously, overseeing everything, just making everything great. Everything, even what he was going through, he was still trying to be excellent. And then he gets thrown into prison, wrongfully accused. And I don't even think it even says how long he was in the prison. But I found myself kind of in that story, like, and I related so much to Joseph, like, God, you said all these things to me, you give me all these dreams and visions, I'm all just full of stuff, just full. And now I'm here in a prison? I didn't even do anything, like, what is up? I don't see how this is part of your plan, like, am I being punished for something? Like, what did I do? And just watching your dreams, like, feel unreachable. They're just totally out of your reach, and there's nothing you can do about it but just sit there and you be at God's mercy. And I can't imagine all the things that he experienced emotionally and spiritually and physically during that time while he was in the prison. But through all the things that he went through, it says, but the Lord was with him. but the Lord was with him. It's just, it comes down to me like the whole, my ways are not your ways, and my thoughts are not your thoughts, and all that stuff. Like, how can this be your plan? How can this even be a plan? How can this be good? How can this work out, for my benefit at all?